Clobber has been talking about how confident he is with his. Are we both rocking the driveway? No, okay, we're going with the fit, the beach fit. We're getting into it. 2 charge characters, 2 different game plans, walking at each other at the start. Playing in very comfortable ranges here. No check on the drive rush, gonna just parry it. Very reserved neutral here. Big jumping, gonna get caught for that one. Oh, what a sway. Big call out trying to do DP against that. The flash kick into the drive rush will not work. Oh, but we're gonna flash kick there. You're not baiting that one, are you? And the jackknife gonna finish it off. Round 1 in and away. Nice, right into the level 1. Set up the blade. Trap down the projectile game. Good block on the maximum. Up with a life lead, but back against the wall. Oh, tried to DI through the Sonic Boom's gonna get drive impacted back. Big round up for Clobber. Both sitting at 3 meter apiece. Walking down the neutral. Perry making good use of that sway, presenting it early. Presenting it out of a lot of options too. Good block, a meaty projectile, and what an anti-air. That man said flash, kick. Slow boom, covers the neutral jump. Walking with him, what a duck. Nice, oh my god, nice anti-air conversion too. Using the level 3, you're gonna be burnt out and hurting in the corner. Clobber is sitting on his meter though. CA range. That's for your life. The audience already screaming, could have been the round. No reaction to the raw DI. We get out of that scramble. Perry takes that first game. And now what response? So we have back. Nice Sobot, further into the corner. Good interruption too. Tried to use the forward HK. Even though I'm burnt out, I've got some uppercuts to finish you off. Flash kick reaction there. Perry able to get ever closer. And what a answer back. Anti-air and Clobber. Both very quick responses. Nice flash kick. We're locked in now. Nice shimmy. Swaying through the Sonic Boom. Sequence in the corner. Back thrown. What a meaty, but no spot to pick that up from. Gotta get one round apiece. Gonna get pinched into the corner. Good knowledge of the range there. Oh, and what a perfect parry. The bazooka knee on a drive rush. Oh, gets him to whiff the throw. Easy sequence. Does still have to level 3. But closes it together. Game 2 for Perry. Into game 3, right off the bat. Target combo still standing, goes for the throw mix. Oh. The movement Perry is utilizing right now. Oh, and a big block on that DP. Nope. Held down into the pressure. Fireball war to escape. Perry is on the DI. Empty jump, no reaction. Just out of range for the wall. Does not matter. Still going to take the round. Still going to be at set point. Good parry. What a jump into. No response. Jumps over the boom. Nice neutral jump. Oh, hitbox shenanigans there. Brown just trying to wait, watching what he's going to do to leave the corner. See if Cloud will make the choice. That'll decide the round for him. Big umpty jump does tech the throw. DP on the drive rush out. Does not expect anybody to be blocking anything. Himself out to get that throw. Does get it, but what is going to be the consequence? Fighting out the next amount of time. Sobot in, force the pressure. Big sweep. Perry's now the one. 10 seconds, but he's the one on the back foot. Has to make something happen here. Is he close enough? He's not. And with time, that's going to be 3-0 for Perry, just waiting it down there.
Episode of his progression against Max Sama, who we've already been very familiar as our local Nom. So, good start here with the Kimberly trying to get it ready for an overhead to stimulate from the corner to try to get Alex to start defending. Alex moves back with a drive rush to make himself go back to neutral. Gets a great knee in, goes in for the grab to frame trap Kimberly. Kimberly tries to respond back. She goes into burnout, going to a drive rush, and it wasn't enough to set up a combo. Goes into the air, and Alex catches her with an anti-air. Big slam by Alex, who gets set up for another Oki, and a big slam there to finish round 1. So, great powerbomb play on Max Samus's behalf to keep Mad World a little more cognizant, a little more aware of the choices that they're making. Great work on the low from Mad World to keep getting inside to get his version of a throw, still putting the pressure with the Kimberly to make sure that Max Sama has to be very judicious in his setups and plays, making sure that his startup frames don't get caught in any of the Kimberly nonsense. And as we speak about the Kimberly nonsense, a great job by Max Sama for blocking that level 1 to keep Mad World stuffed just for a little bit longer. Mad World's trying again to just bait or set up some sort of setup combo. He just does it with the drive rush and a low kick. Move himself down to finish with a throw to get Max Sama back into the corner. Throw loop 2, throw loop 3. Setting up again with another OD overhead. Jumps over the drive rush cancel. Jumps over Alex's drive rush. Burnt out Alex with a pixel of health is actually fighting back like a bat out of hell against Kimberly, because Kimberly did not capitalize on her on her second jump over the drive rush. But with that little bit of chip of health, there's only so much you can do. Your turn eventually ends, and Mad World capitalizes. Round for Mad World, round 3, game 1. Alex runs forward with Kimberly. Kimberly tries to set up a level 1, but Alex jumps over it, tries to go ahead and move it for his clothesline, but he misses it against the Kimberly player. Now going at Mac World is trying to match her back with his lows. Another drive rush, but gets stuffed by Maxama, checked again with a small punch, and stops the approach. Maxama and Mad World are still sitting up there neutral, trying to find a good spot for themselves in an opening. Here comes Maxama with a great setup to his normal, into a drive rush, 2-hit combo, into a level 3. Watch the cutscene. All right. So now we've got 2 guesses here for Kimberly, actually 1 guess now. As we move forward, another air jump, faked out, so Kimberly just jumps as an empty jump to keep himself safe. Mad World is still trying to figure out spacing, misses his drive rush, goes ahead and gives Alex a bit of a setup for a 2-punch to move to a throw trap, and gets his game 1. Game 1 does go to Maxama. Now, see how Mad World adapts to the types of things that we've noticed in game 1, to see if he's able to catch them as well. He gets caught in another lariat punch that gets set up into the corner, moving into another drive rush combo with another lariat punch into another up kick throw. Looks like this is going to go into a perfect round this time for Maxama, as something must have clicked earlier that gave him the energy to just be ruthless enough to just take that perfect by force. Coming back in to try to set up for another great start to his round. Maxama sets up another normal to get into the air, to get that airborne, the anti-air in the air, to get himself some great damage, to keep putting pressure on Kimberly to get Mad World back into the corner. Mad World does not have an answer to the drive rush kick, which sets him up for gets him set up for a spear level 1. This time, though, when Mad World tries to escape with his level 1, it does kind of work, and Alex does have to take that level 1 by its entirety, but unfortunately there wasn't a genuine side switch, so Kimberly is still on the defensive side. But as she worked her way to the corner, tried to do a spray can to try to limit Maxama, Maxama felt a wall invisible wall against his back and had to fight back. Game 2 goes to Maxama. As Maxama gets ready to go ahead and pressure some further round 1 shenanigans against Mad World for game 3, it looks like we're almost back in the situation, not too different from where we were in game 2. However, this time, Mad World was able to kind of just catch Maxama blinking to get that kick in to start sending Maxama back into the neutral zone from his first combo against him in this round. It looks like Maxama's also having a little bit of spacing traps here, with Mad World being able to get a few licks in, just being able to play with the spacing game. Here he comes again with another drive rush on a low-medium kick, which is almost enough to get Alex into the corner, but unfortunately some damage was left on the table. It doesn't matter much to Maxama, though, as he seems to be able to jump over, take the round after setting up a nice combo to get side switched. So now we're 1 round away from Maxama, where the entire mountain is still left to climb for Mad World today. So go ahead, another a low medium, catching the Kimberly player as she was returning from her spring kick, and getting another great combo in for Maxama. Here comes Mad World trying to get another drive rush set up for a throw. This great overhead to keep pushing Maxama's Alex into the corner. Maxama has to respond with a level 1 spears and get some of the pressure off of him for a bit. Again, Mad World runs right back into Maxama, who sets up for a 3-hit combo and another level 1. This time the pressure is just a bunch of normals moving. Poor Mad World back into the corner until he cracks open with a drive rush and is now set up for his 1, 2, 3. All right, today's game, Maxama beats Mad World 3-0. Buffalo playing the Lily player. Our new friend from Albany, New York is playing the Ken player, and I'll be able to, Road Froggy, I'll be able to update those names just in a moment here. Great setup with an running Shoryuken to keep putting pressure on the Lily player to get them back into the corner. And OD Shoryuken, after a bit of an assault from Monkey Business, to get Monkey Business back into the corner again. But this time the third OD Shoryuken just doesn't work, gets a burnout, and this time Lily's working her work to get to the corner, knocking those spears out there, just keeps clubbing Ken back. Responds with a parry to a level 1 attempt in the attempt to escape the wake up, and it only just sets Road Froggy into the corner so that Monkey Business can take that little chip damage that he needs to take round 1. Monkey Business wins round 1 here with a chip out. Again, A little bit of fear coming from the Ken player, who preemptively does a parry that ends up not being necessary. A great check in the air by Monkey Business to keep Road Froggy back in neutral, at least for a little bit longer, while Monkey Business waits for their window. Here goes again. Monkey Business just parrying as much as she can, but here comes Road Froggy getting Monkey Business back into the corner. The Lily player is still fighting back as hell with the overhead clubs. This time, though, misses gets up minus. Road Froggy capitalizes on that for his medium-heavy combo to set up for his Ken corner game with the Shoryukens and attempts to do drive rushes. Drive rushes 1 and 2, bit parried by Lily. Lily goes ahead and tries to fight back with the overhead clubs, but unfortunately gets spammed out with an OD Shoryuken and loses round 2. Here comes round 3. Great bread and butter drive rush medium heavy combo to Shoryuken for Ken, getting Monkey Business into the corner, going into OD to keep Monkey Business in the corner, but Monkey Business is fighting now with her level 1 to try to get back into neutral. No side switch. Chip out, chip damage from the clubs. These clubs are pretty damaging, but unfortunately they still lead on minus. An escape level 3 by Road Froggy to get Monkey Business off his back, but Monkey Business is back into the corner against a burned out, now back to normal Ken. Misses the fireball jump, gets caught on the way down, which sets up for another great medium heavy punch combo to a throw, and Road Froggy takes game 1. Game 1 of the losers goes to Road Froggy. It looks like Monkey Business is taking a moment to just calculate a few things. Make it louder. Turn it down a little. Do you have something to turn the headset on that side down? One of the players is just requesting a moment to adjust the volume on their headset. So we're going to get back into this in just a moment. Road Froggy's already ready to go. Monkey Business just bringing up to the attention that they're not able to hear the game properly to their expectations. So as we go ahead and adjust the volume for the setup and get ready, after we get into confirmation from Monkey Business, we will be able to move forward with our next game. But you do have to wonder, though, with these types of technical difficulties and this long of a gap between games, if anything's really going to be changing. Well, great setup here, jumping over the fireball to get inside for a throw, to move for another drive rush for an overhead, to keep Road Froggy in the corner, and in just 10 seconds, perfect KO in 14 seconds here by Monkey Business. Now, I'm not trying to go ahead and, dispel any bad omens or anything, but we did have a bit of a break. I don't know if maybe Road Froggy needed to warm up again to get things moving, but Monkey Business is not dropping a beat right now, keeping a good job of understanding the distances of the clubs. Check Monkey Business. Now Monkey Business back in the corner there. Ken is starting to fight back with a low medium to move into his bread and butter combos with medium punch and his rapid kicks. We got a side switch from the medium punch, heavy punch combo into Shoryuken. So we now have Monkey Business in the corner instead. Great parry against the drive impact by Monkey Business, who was able to use the last bits of their meter to keep themselves alive, which is amazing because as Road Froggy was getting ready to do his his axe kicks, Monkey Business was able to pop a level 1 to save herself. So back to 0 meter on both characters. We're going back to game 3. It's 1-1 right now between the two parties, and again, this Lily character, this Lily play, has been able to take advantage of distance play, checking and poking, and done a pretty good job. This time, though, blocks the fireball as on the way down, doesn't get hit by it, which means that Ken's spacing was really the only thing that was advantaged here. Ken again responds with an interruption in OD Shoryuken to spam it out, get some points, gets a little bit of space. Unfortunately, Lily jumps back in after an assaulting is met with blocks and gets caught with another anti-air. This time, though, with Monkey Business in the corner with no meter, missing a grab, jumps in out of desperation, and Road Froggy's ready for an anti-air Shoryuken to win round 1. Round 2. Another great jump over the fireball with an anti-air coming up after Road Froggy tries to jump up onto Monkey Business or around there. Monkey Business is able to get Road Froggy back into the corner and keep him in the corner with a great aerial kick after an air-to-air attack. Great club movement, the spacing after Road Froggy tries to land for an empty jump, which Monkey Business is able to capitalize completely. Monkey Business takes round 2 with another great setup of poke play, corner management, and just really good timing. The overheads are also incredibly helpful in this matchup against Road Froggy specifically. Road Froggy's responding again with a heavy punch into his medium-heavy combo, running into a Shoryuken, doing a side switch and getting some more pressure on Monkey Business's side. Now with the side switch, Monkey Business is closer to the corner, fighting the fireball game and trying to keep herself back into neutral. The Lily player is doing a great job of changing the pressure again, because it looks like Road Froggy is totally getting pushed back into a corner again through Monkey Business's efforts. Monkey Business has got one charge of her stacks, just waiting for a chance to take advantage of a missed Shoryuken into a burnout. This is going to be it right here, folks. All right. Folks, Monkey Business is up 2-1. Got another game going ahead of us. This is first to 3. Good job on catching the throw and the punish counter on Monkey Business to immediately move Road Froggy back into the corner. Road Froggy has to fight back with Jinrai kicks, tries to do his little dash run to get himself out of the corner and succeeds. In order to get himself out of his jam, he tries to burn out and spams an OD Shoryuken, which is successful in getting a few hits in. But now that you're in burnout, what are you going to do when you're getting pushed into the corner so aggressively by such a strong poke play by this Lily player? Monkey Business gets his own gets a stun on Road Froggy through the wall, but unfortunately is unable to capitalize on it. I'm not sure if maybe there was just a timing issue or a missed input, but a lot was lost there in being able to capitalize and take the round a little bit easier. Road Froggy is able to jump over the fireball, make her way back, do a drive rush, and finish the round with a good poke with her clubs. So we're going into round 2 now with Monkey Business in the lead. A missed grab from a drive rush from Road Froggy doesn't get taken advantage of by Monkey Business. So Monkey Business ends up getting jumped on as well, and Road Froggy gets a few hits in for his work. Another fireball evasion, but unfortunately Road Froggy was ready. Monkey Business was just a little bit too close to Ken's feet. Ken's able to set up a great combo into a level 1 to get level 2 to get Road Froggy onto the opposite side. Get Monkey Business onto the opposite side. Monkey Business has got his work cut out for him now as he's working pressure, trying to get the poke game, clubbing, get Ken back into the game. Now with Ken being caught up in here in the level 3 with a burned out Lily, we're going to be down to last guess maybe for Road Froggy if Monkey Business is prepared for this. Yep, Road Froggy's trying to do his best to keep Monkey Business at bay, just try to do anything to get a little bit of free chip damage, try to find some sort of spacing. Road Froggy just pack dashed out of that club overhead, but now Monkey Business is back with all of his bars. He's working his way up to Road Froggy, trying to find a way to get that last hit in. We're looking at what, 7-8% here. Road Froggy almost tries it with the Eagle Dive, but yes, there it is, the Eagle Dive that ends up taking the game. Monkey Business has beaten Road Froggy, and again, I want to thank Road Froggy between these two players. There's a thing going on between them where no one's really sticking to the same character if the other person's already in a comfortable position. They're trying new weapons wherever they can. Back to the match, though, it looks like the neutral is being broken up right now, and Alex Maxama is making way by getting Perry into the corner. As Perry tries to jump away, Maxama catches it in anti-air, so Perry has to try something different, tries to aerial fireball, which does cause a little bit of damage, and starts putting some answers back on Alex's side to try to get him pressured. Unfortunately, missing a Shoryuken just gives Maxama another chance to respond with an anti-air, which keeps Akuma in the corner and makes round 1 his. Going in with the fireball fight and parry counter, Akuma is trying to get himself set up and positioned against Maxama's Alex. Maxama goes in with the rush and starts taking down Perry as we speak. Now back into the corner, Perry is stick defending himself against the arm bars and the lariats that Maxama is known for. Now with getting set up with the frame trap for a throw is almost enough to get Perry taken out, but Perry misses the spacing on his heavy kick and gets answered with a heavy kick of Maxama's, and that takes game 1. Now, with that said, here we come with game 2. A lot more pressure from Perry this time to try to force Maxama into the corner through throws, if possible, because he's trying to force or fake out Maxama into using Alex's parries to get those throws. The side switch did work for a little while, but unfortunately Maxama was able to answer back, and now Perry is in the corner that he was trying to get Maxama into. Setting up with another high, low, high. You get the flying knee set up. We're now looking at what could be the last interaction for this round between the two characters. A little missed drop there, but with the normals just coming and coming and coming, Perry just has to concede at some point and drop his block. Moving into round 2, trying to go ahead and answer with a drive rush instead of an anti-air. Maxama catches Perry with kicks, which is giving first blood for the round. It doesn't let up, though, as Maxama keeps taking advantage of Oki and recovery to keep putting the pressure on Perry and pushing him in the corner. An OD that doesn't actually hit still pushes Perry far enough back to keep him in position for a level 1 that ends up being taken by Maxama for game 2. Wow, that was fast. We're going through here with a medium kick by the Perry as we're doing a spacing matchup again to see who's going to be able to just poke best. Going in for a drive rush and overhead, which gets jumped over by Maxama. Maxama doesn't have a real answer, just takes the side switch. As we move through, we're checking each other with our normals, and we're getting both getting checked on the same frame. Here comes a miss on Akuma's approach, which gets responded by Maxama jumping overhead and getting a stomp, moving more pressure onto Perry's plate. Maxama has finally gotten Perry back into the corner. Perry has to respond with something and tries to respond with this fireball, which Maxama was able to successfully jump over and set up a combo to get round 1 while burned out. This could be the decisive round between the two gentlemen as Maxama is up in advantage from game 2, and this is the first to 3 event. As he goes in for a grab, though, Perry is able to shimmy out of it and go in and start moving his work to combo into corner for Maxama. Now with a beautiful Shoryuken, he's got a little bit of advantage, tries to go over Fireball to stuff him up the block so he can take advantage of a throw. This time, though, when he drops, he tries to do the Fireball again. The Fireball does hit, knocks Maxama down, so he's unable to try to do another throw loop. Now, not having that throw loop set up was enough time for Maxama to start figuring out a chance to escape from the corner. It still isn't enough, as eventually Perry does shimmy out and get that Fireball on a Maxama who can't defend. Going to round 3 now, it's still possible for this to be wrapped up by Maxama in this turn. So Perry has to try to keep himself at his wits and stay alive. Trying to set up another fireball, he misses the Maxama jumping in, he gets caught with the knee. This fight is actually getting back to the corner again with Maxama putting pressure on Perry to get either a setup, here comes the parries to Perry. Maxama's blows, which don't do much except buy a little bit of time. Here goes. Wow, Perry does jump over Maxama, does try to do his level 3. He's at CA, so it's going to hurt a lot. It's going to get a burnout, but he still has almost 50% of his work left ahead of him. Going in for a fireball drive rush, starts chipping. Alex tries to jump over. Akuma catches it with a Shoryuken. He keeps the pressure going on a chipped Alex and gets around. Akuma does win game 3. So Perry's got game 3, 2-1. Now here comes another jump against over the fireball, but it's a short jump. Perry's able to drive rush and try to give Maxama a little bit of punishment for that. As Maxama gets back up, he ends up taking advantage of Perry missing and minus. Goes into his combo to start putting pressure on Perry. There's only a bit, less than 30% health left on Perry's end. He's going into burnout while he's sitting into a corner getting mauled by normals. Alex is definitely taking advantage here. Maxama's definitely the master of his element, goes in for the OD anti-air and finishes the round that way. Again, this is a set round or set point here. If Maxama does win the game, otherwise we will have another round. As he goes in for a jump, Perry does catch with an anti-air, and as he recovers, Perry catches him with a fireball. The second fireball gets jumped over as Maxama starts making his way up to Perry and cutting the distance. He's moving in with his normals as Perry's trying to block and getting his meter beat up. But as we go ahead and go back to reset, Maxama gets back into it again after getting hit with a low from the Akuma player and getting the pressure back into the corner. Akuma tries to jump around, but misses. Does the escape. The escape is then felt with a missed OD Shoryuken that Maxama is able to take it. Moving in with a Sonic Boom to drive rush, trying to get the round started with a little bit of quick action. Monkey Business is now experiencing what the clobber is like as he goes into his corner. responding with a jump out. Now is going into a side switch. Monkey Business is able to get Clobber back in the little corner, and unfortunately, while waking up, Clobber is able to go ahead and hit his Hurricane Kick and catch up Monkey Business that wasn't prepared for the wake up. As we move in, though, Monkey Business has still got the Clobber in the corner, so the Clobber is still trying to fight his way out, and he's under 30% health. Another jump that was caught with a Sonic Boom on the way down. Now brings health about the same. Monkey Business gets in with a throw and does take the first round, but you know, Clobber was fighting back, so we'll have to see if he learned anything in this round that he can use in the next round. As Clobber goes in, tries to go ahead and put the pressure back on Monkey Business, getting Monkey Business back in the corner, but Monkey Business parries and eventually, having enough space to do a drive rush, gets a throw in and puts the pressure back on Clobber, advantage on Monkey Business's end. Clobber is just trying to work his way through the through the stage to see that Monkey Business ends up in the corner. Monkey Business attempts to do a parry, which ends up being waited on until after that to get a great corner combo to keep some of the pressure going. Yet, as Monkey Business recovered, they were able to go ahead and put some pressure, get back into neutral, and take advantage of Clobber ending up in burnout. Clobber's going to try to respond with a Hurricane Kick Super, but unfortunately misses. Monkey Business gets him with the heavies and knocks him out for game one. Game one goes to Monkey Business. It looks like another fireball into drive rush to start the game for Clobber. He gets answered this time with another throw. It does appear that Monkey Business may have figured that one out. He's been more prepared for it. Fireball fight right now on the Guile player's behalf. He's trying to go ahead and keep Monkey Business at bay, but unfortunately Monkey Business does jump over the Sonic Boom and make some damage happen. Going ahead and jumping over another Sonic Wave. Goes in and gets another throw on the Clobber. The Clobber's really down to one decision. Goes in for his level 2, ends up getting blocked and stuffed. That's in the corner. He's burned out, and not burned out. He's facing burnout, but gets knocked out before then. Round goes to Monkey Business. The Monkey Business jumps over another Sonic Boom to start the round from the Clobber. Clobber tries to drive rush again into a parrying Monkey Business, just like it was earlier in Game 2 and Game 1. Now as the Monkey Business tries to jump in, the Clobber does catch a wake-up Hurricane Kick and get Monkey Business out of the air. But Monkey Business is back at work, shaking it off as if nothing really happened and putting the pressure back on the Clobber, keeping the Clobber in the corner wherever they can, and trying to put more burnout pressure where possible. Another setup for parries on those normals from Guile gets Monkey Business the advantage that she needs into the burnout. If there's one more interaction on Monkey Business's behalf and in her favor, this is going to end the game. And there it is. Going into Game 3, Monkey Business is up over the Clobber 2-0. Losers quarterfinals. Winner is going to the semis. Loser is out of the tournament. Go in for another setup with the drive rush. It looks like the Fireball game is still being beat by Monkey Business, who's able to get in, get a throw in at the beginning of the round. Does another Fireball jump, this time to a drive rush combo using the extensions of her clubs to keep pushing Clobber back into the corner. Clobber is being about 30-35% right now, and has to figure out what he's going to do with that much life left. Goes in for a drive rush and gets a great 5-hit combo, which starts putting things a little bit closer, but unfortunately missing the spacing. The Clobber gets caught with a club, which sets up another drive rush combo to take round 1 for Monkey Business. So Monkey Business is round 1 and is on set point. Trying to go in for another drive rush, gets stuffed, but tries again for another drive cancel, gets it this time. Moves in to get up another command throw, going into the overheads for another command throw, and now we're just going to watch. Well, congratulations to Monkey Business for moving on in the Rochester bracket. As again, Monkey Business is from the versus Judy. All right. Those speedy characters that love to get inside of their faces, but they have different ways of doing it here. Going in for a throw to get things started. Code Purple gets a good first hit in, but Mad World's ready with a good normal poke, moving things in pressure for the corner and taking advantage of a missed aerial attack. Continues the damage. This time he's trying to go side to side, coast to coast. And it looks like, yeah, we're going to get a coast to coast, corner to corner run from Mad World on Code Purple for round 1. Purple does lose round 1 to Mad World through the frenetic spontaneity of Kimberly's actions. Very frenetic play to be able to take advantage against another character who is very good at being very twitchy as well, and showing the control that Mad World has been learning with his maps. So just learning his stage control better. Now, went from a corner, went ahead and got pushed back to neutral. Both girls are burned out. Jury has to spam out with a level 1 to escape. And move Mad World back into the corner to force Mad World to start the approach all over again. With low fireballs, try to keep Mad World at bay. Mad World does jump over them and keeps getting back in Purple's face, but the burnout, not able to use any of the special fun meter stuff, is going to have to eat a little bit until she gets her meter back up. And it looks like this time Code Purple was able to take the round and get Mad World taken care of before the meter recovery took effect. Round 3. Both people are now cautiously checking each other's spacing to see if they can take advantage of any misinputs or misplacements, more accurately, as we go into an OD combo that gets Code Purple back onto the corner. Mad World is still looking fresh as a daisy for this round, not having lost and recovered a lot of the meter that they used to get Purple into the corner at this round to begin with. This now puts Purple in a situation where they ended up getting burned out far sooner than they would have liked, and has to figure out how to deal with this aggression from Mad World, who understands that the options that Purple now has to be frenetic and spontaneous have been reduced greatly. Going in for a stun, let's see how this goes. Can, combo, OD, misses, goes in for another combo because he gets it from the Oki and gets the throw to take the game. Game 1 does go to Mad World, and Mad World's taking the headset off. It looks like he doesn't really need this out right now, or it's just not working for him, or it's slipping on his head, but he's going to be playing the game with a bit of an advantage now, being able to have to rely on his eyes to continue his combos. Unfortunately, it's a rough start to begin with, as the rush from Code Purple burning herself out does get Mad World down to under 30%, and 2 throw loops gets Mad World knocked out for round 1. Round 1 does go to Code Purple. Just reiterate, with a perfect. Mad World's coming back in with the oppressive approach, getting a good rush in, only using a little bit of meter and recovering a great part of it before ending up giving their advantage away and taking a few hits from Purple. As Purple goes ahead and tries to get position back. The fireball that they shot earlier ends up being jumped over, and Kimberly ends up getting back into pressure against Code Purple, leaving Code Purple in a situation where they had to drive Impact at the corner in order to try to stop Mad World's aggression. Mad World wasn't ready to counter with their own drive impact, so they ended up having to be pushed into, having to accept being pushed to neutral and getting the advantage that they had taken away from them. As we move in here, we're going to get another cutscene for a level 3 as Code Purple gets Mad World caught in a combo into level 3 and takes game 2. We're now going into game 3 between these two players. And remember, this is a first to 3 tournament this week, so we're going to have a little more Street Fighter to watch together. Missing the drive impact and getting taken in for a combo, Mad World has to eat a whole bunch of that, but also misses the perfect parry on the second attempt to recover and gets pushed back into that corner. So they have to resort for a drive impact cancel in order to keep Code Purple off of him. And with no bar left and less life, it looks like Code Purple is going to take advantage of this, burn himself out, and try to knock out Mad World. It wasn't enough, so we have to wait to get reset here, and then Hope takes out Mad World for round 1. A stuff slide ends up giving Code Purple enough advantage to respond with a combo of their own. Tries to throw a fireball to keep Mad World in check, which Mad World jumps over and doesn't capitalize on, but is able to get out of any jams that Code Purple may have been planning. Fireball from Coded Purple this time does trip up Mad World, knock them down. Mad World is back into their corner and ends up getting under, does a cross under to get past Coded Purple, who's jumping over, so now Coded Purple's in the corner with 2 spray cans on the way. Coded Purple does try to parry most of that and ends up getting out successfully. This time though, as I see a little wiggle here on Coded Purple's side, he knows he got his level 3 and he's about to take game 3. Okay. Mad World's got his work cut out for him now. He's got to find a plan that can give him the aggression he's looking for, but also take advantage of these missed opportunities, these whiffs that Coded Purple still does in bracket. It is something that Mad World may have to force if they want to stay alive. An amusing kick there into a drive rush to put the pressure on Code Purple and keep Code Purple in the corner with another drive impact to get that splat Splat and the cans have now burned Jury out. Jury's getting splattered one more time, but so is Mad World. Mad World's being burnt out with his own combo, but he doesn't have enough cans, so he couldn't do the can combo. Then goes in for a throw after getting the knockdown, and it works. So Mad World is still alive, folks. Got one more round, try to get this thing tied up. Side switch from the jump, and the Jury player is trying to be patient and waiting for the type of approach that makes sense for them to use against Mad World. And this time they succeed with some light lows to a knockdown, and goes into a rush after sending a low fireball to make sure that Mad World's options are stuffed. Mad World is now in the corner, not burned out, but burned out now. He's now still trying to keep himself out of that corner while the Jury player is retreating to try to get their meter back. Coded Purple just jumped incorrectly here and got caught in a chip, which opened them up for a combo, and now a level 3 is being played. It looks like this combo is gonna last just long enough to get almost both characters up. They are both up now with their meter, but Coded Purple got it up second, which Mad World was not able to take advantage of, and is now being pushed to the corner for a throw. Round 2 does go to Coded Purple. Now we've got Coded Purple who's sitting here and jiving to the music of this game as he tries to get this game away from Mad World and end this set if possible. Mad World is fighting now. Is fighting like a bat out of hell, getting anything that is unorthodox that Coded Purple hasn't seen yet in this matchup, thanks to the help of his CA level 3, making things a little tougher to read, a little tougher to predict, a little tougher to respond to as the Jury player. Jury has to escape with a level 3 because there's really just, I'm surprised the level 3 could come out in that time, but it is a way to escape. Now with a sliver of health, Coded Purple does have meter while Mad World doesn't. A sliver of health though means that most blocks won't have to worry about chip damage, and Kimberly has to find the right opening to get that damage in. Trying to go with lows, finally gets the third attempt at lows after 2 jumps and gets that low. So now we're looking at a 2-2 set. The next game is the winner of the set. Smart moves here by Mad World to keep his aggression going after using a level 3 to become more unpredictable and harder to respond to. I don't know if that's going to work again though if he doesn't get a level 3 in round 2 like he did last game. Still, great trickster play here by Mad World to get a few hits in before getting licked up himself. Going in for another combo with an OD aerial attack. Tries to throw the can down, but the OD Jury kicks and them getting out of it and putting pressure back on Mad World while still in the corner. Now Mad World is being pushed away into neutral by Coded, who's been able to keep the onesie-wearing Jury player foot and active, responding to as many things as possible from the Kimberly player. Now here's Kim back into the corner with the Jury player trying to go for a throw, which gets stuffed by Mad World. Mad World is trying to bait some sort of answer. I think he's trying to get an anti-air of some kind. Going in for the air-to-air jump in and trading, jumping over the fireball and escaping, taking in some chip damage, adds some toast, chip it up. Going in for just not enough. Not enough, unfortunately, with the drive impact to get to the wall for the splat. Unfortunately, that disbelief was just enough to pull Mad World out of concentration and lose that setup. I don't know if he would have had a real chance to block, but I could hear the audible reaction of the missed DI, and I could only imagine the player has just lost that little bit of momentum that they needed to keep going to not sack it, so they lost the round that way. Psychologically speaking, though, it looks like Coded Purple is taking advantage of this and using it to put as much heavy damage as possible before they decide if they're going to use the rest of their bar or not. It looks like with enough bar here to figure it out, they won't be burning out for the rest of the round. We'll have to see how Mad World responds, if Mad World can chip it off, or if Mad World's got a different response. So here goes. Now Mad World's got a level 3 here, gets a knockdown, puts no can down, gets a nice jump on the overhead, is still in burnout, gets the level 3 on the burnout. So Mad World's going to stay alive. We're going to go into round 3, and this is going to be a repetition of the last game in that sense that we're going to have a powered-up Kimberly with another set of responses, short attacks that have been seen less in this set by Coded Purple. Another advantage for Matwell in this situation, which again, between our conversations and commentary, we did say this was a winnable match for Matwell had he just kept with a form of game plan or consistency. Being really good at taking advantage of Coded Purple's whiffs and misses has also been a huge part of it, as Coded Purple is still having those moments where going into the air with no real reason to is met with a jury who's got flat feet on the ground. Which is, you know, like almost winning the lottery at this point. Now here comes Matwell trying to get his corner pressure into Coded Purple. Coded Purple's fighting out of the corner like he knows it's his lifeline. So both of these characters are trying to get that lifeline. Jury is now burned out. Anti-air by the Kimberly player, booting into the Drive Rush. Now let's see what's going to happen with the cans. Level 1 is still on play for Matwell. Matwell's going for a combo with the gas cans, but unfortunately doesn't finish it. This time though, with a nice medium kick, goes in the Drive Rush, finishes the combo, and does move on. Matwell is going to losers semis for overheads, and has the right kind of aggression for level 1s. We'll see how Matwell's game knowledge or character matchup knowledge pans out. First blood by Matwell goes in for a medium kick, setting it up for a Drive Rush combo. Goes in for the Oki, tries to smoke bomb, which gets parried by Lily with enough spacing to come out of the parry and take advantage of that whiff. So it's been 2 throws since the original corner assault, and the Lily player is still trying to get himself out of the corner. Moving through, goes into the air for an empty jump, which Monkey Business gets caught by Kimberly's kick. Moving into another level 1, and that's going to be the first round. Matwell takes Monkey Business's round 1 with level 1, getting ready for round 2 now. Let's see how this approach happens. Gets caught with a wind-up punch with a little medium. Kimberly player has gotten, Matwell has gotten Monkey Business back into the corner. This time it's back into their corner instead of the opposite corner, and Monkey Business is stuck fighting the way out of the corner. Jumps out, and now Kimberly's in the corner with a good swinging club setup, pushing Matwell back into the corner. Gets a good 5-hit combo to keep the damage going. The knockdown gets responded to with not much, so you have to reset the combo, which, again, Monkey Business is handling quite well. Knows exactly how far back to stand to bait some sort of answer from Matwell to take advantage of the spacing and then hit an overhead or a swinging club, or the dual swinging club attack, which is probably her forward heavy. Great move there with the medium, just to make sure you keep your distance and respect that distance. Unfortunately, Matwell may have fallen asleep on the wheel a little bit there because he just got caught up in a level 3 from that distance check. But as he goes to the Drive Rush, Matwell fearlessly throws out the hand and gets himself set up for a combo. Tries to move in for another combo through a cross under, but with Lily being prepared with the parry, Matwell had to try something else. We're now at round 3, and we're doing a level 3. It's not going to give as much benefit as it did in the last game when these were done in level 2 between Matwell and Coded Purple, but nonetheless, it doesn't matter much. He's able to use that little bit that he needs to get that round, get that first game. Matwell's up 1-0. Smoke bomb, going into an overhead, misses the grab, and then gets caught up in another combo that pushes into the corner. Matwell has moved the Lily player back into another corner combo with a OTG that gets more bonus damage. Side switch happens after a cross under from the Lily player, so now Matwell is sitting in the corner getting caught with the punish counters and comboed on, so he's going into a 7-hit combo back into the ground, and it's like this wash, rinse, repeat between these two characters, because here comes that parry that Matwell is good at waiting out until it finally drops in and takes advantage with another 4-hit combo. Both characters are in neutral, and now the Lily player ends up missing their jumps over Kimberly, and Kimberly's able to get the Lily player back into the corner. A great overhead to set up another throw, a great throw after the Oki, and then missing the throw check, the Lily player tries to rush into a medium kick and eats it. Round 1 goes to Matwell. Game 2. Some normals and G-check spacing to try to make sure that the Kimberly player tries to respect what Monkey Business is doing. Monkey Business is taking advantage of using the right frame numbers to keep the distance they need just to make sure that the tips of their attacks hit. Back on to the match though, it does look like Monkey Business was able to return the favor and take round 2. Got a Kim with 2 bars. probably got a player who wants to get that third bar really fast, to set up some sort of short combo and get that buff. And that's what I'm imagining that may be the game plan for Mad World. Even with less than 50% left on Monkey Business's life, exactly like I said, I still expected him to play it. Now, I don't think it's going to knock out with over 15 hits, so it's just going to be about getting the buff and being just being a hooligan. There it is, another shimmy to get that punch. Now we're up 2-0 on Mad World's side. It's a huge boon to the recovery time on Mad World's behalf of throwing at that level 3 and using it to its fullest abilities. I do anticipate that this is just going to be the way that this character is going to be played next season as well. I mean, there won't be a lot of changes. Great setup with a smoke bomb, and went to parry it for a grab, ignoring the damage from the power from the smoke bomb. But as he goes in the rush to attack Mad World, Mad World hits with a level 1. Mad World is able to take advantage of another whiff and move in for a combo with the throw, spikes it down, and gets round 1. Moving into round 2, this could be the decisive point for Mad World. As Mad World is just now getting a little bit more aggression his way from Monkey Business. Monkey Business is sitting here and going back to some of those basics that we saw earlier in their play in this bracket, taking advantage of the distance of their clubs, making sure they're taking advantage of those overheads, going in for the rush, going after the corner. It's almost like I'm predicting it and it's happening as I speak. Unfortunately, those clubs whiff again. Mad World was ready for it this time with his beautiful level 2. He's still got a bar of meter left with less than 50% left on Monkey Business life. This could start the setup or the beginning of the end. Nice escape by Monkey Business's end. He doesn't get the grab. Unfortunately, the trade. Kimberly just didn't have enough in the tank to stay alive after the trade. So now no level 3 was played by Mad World earlier in the game. He went for the level 2 thinking he was going to get the round. While Lily still has all of her bar and is still very aggressive in handling their game plan. There's a possibility that Monkey Business may snap out of it, but he misses another whiff with a great guess from Mad World, moving into another level 2. Mad World decides. So you see great jab setups by Monkey Business to start moving to a level 3. Monkey Business understands they need to do this. They need to do this sooner than later. Now what they have to figure out is, can I get another combo and win this round, or is this Kimberly player going to have it? Kimberly player is trying to do an empty jump, gets caught on the edges of the attack, gets clubbed, and gets set up in a situation where if they get hit again, they might lose the game. Unfortunately, though, Lily had to burn out to get some of that stuff to happen, and this burnout is what is the cost. This is what you're paying for that burnout against that Kimberly player. Another missed spiral Falcon Rise, or whatever T-Hawk used to call it, and that ends up setting up a game against a Monkey Business that can't go anywhere with burnout. And having the flashback of me being in wrestling back when I was a kid.
All right, we got two-man commentary team. What's up? I'm Monkey Business, and I just got eliminated by Mad World. I wish I could have gotten to play Perry. I gotta play this dude. Been seeing him around a little bit. My watchful eyes from Buffalo. About to see what happens to the rest of his life bar. Post instantaneous wall stun. Taking advantage of that burnout right away is Mad World. Perry's got a fresh drive bar, 6 of them to spend. There's one on a drive rush right away.
Now we're just waiting to see if Perry's going to have a response to start putting pressure into Mad World's corner and making some gains back for the round, at least to make sure he lets Mad World understand what's coming in the next coming rounds, even if there isn't success in this.
Pretty good progress so far, though. Hard knockdown on that punish counter slide. Kimberly players love this change. Ooh, yeah, lockdown again. Perry can't even survive a throw at this point, so every mix-up is life and death, but this punish will kill regardless and meterless. Oh!
Very smart and judicious throws for those parries, but unfortunately the overexcitement of going in for the kicks was what did him in this round.
Yeah, got excited on that potential punish on DP and lost it all.
And honestly,
but hey, it's only game 1 of possibly 5. We'll see how that goes.
Right. I mean, you really sometimes can't blame somebody for having those early overzealous moments. They don't really know how their opponent's playing yet.
There's so many ways to kill you, I don't even know which one. Perry missed the flash kick charge there. Ended up losing a lot of ground on account of that late combo ender drop. In the corner now still facing Life and death. Kimberly crosses herself up big time. Mad World, the only man capable of hitting himself with the unblockable.
Just looking like Mad's just trying to figure out a way to thread the needle, see if they can sneak out this first game. But they've got a little more work ahead of them, it looks like.
Yeah. Always bold to win with a reversal when the punish will kill you. Pretty much 50-50 risk reward there on that one. In the corner now, Mad World facing the music. The trade created the advantageous circumstance, and out of the scramble, Mad World spends level 3. Arriving at 5 drive by the end of this, maybe 4.5. Much better position. Still has no bombs though, still some work to do.
The advantage on that overhead, though, is such a great way to get back into things to remind Perry that he's not done. He wants to keep that. He wants to keep that advantage.
Yeah. Ooh, one to confirm into level 1, huge for Perry. But any other super, I think, probably would have killed. So maybe you've got to hope he was looking for level 2.
It looks like. No.
Yeah.
All right.
Out of burnout just in time. Chip salad the other way. Reversal kills though. Perfect buffer from Mad.
What an escape. Great work on Mad World to sneak out game 1 against Perry. Now Perry's got some new things he's got to come up with to respond to that type of play.
Hey, back to the corner. In one light confirm. DJ privilege, but Perry gives it up. Went for a defensive back pro tech. I kind of do that sometimes to myself too. I don't want to go back to moving forward in case a reversal comes. It's not so bad.
Great patience on Mad World's part, not going after the roll, but waiting until he can get a bit low to keep Perry off of his game in any way he can.
Out of range of the 2-hit confirm from low forward, and so Perry scrambles out the round, spends the drive. Still going to need a little bit more work. Spending a level 1 is almost so inconsequential, I don't even want to bring it up. Like,
right.
2 versus 1, like who cares?
No, that's really just what it is. It's supposed to be just wise spending of the resources that you have, and it does make all the sense. If you're going to try to take the round, and that level 1's going to be able to do the job for you, why push more button when less button do job? Yeah,
it starts to become consequential at level 2, especially if they have 3 bars going into round 3. But both will arrive at level 3s for this round. You just have to not get washed if you're Perry. You'll build some meter by doing some damage. Spending stuff.
Wow.
KOF knee. Got Perry to the other side of the screen. A little bit of a on-block reset attempt from Mad World. That right corner is very close, presciently close. There was a light confirm available though for Mad World, but he went for mediums instead. Burned on the level 1 on account of this. Big twist in this, favoring Perry. The only advantage, maybe Mad World can land level 3 to take off the drive timer. Get out of drive. Yeah, there it is.
Is that it? Yeah, there it is.
It also, it's very close to killing. It might kill. Yeah, it's going to kill.
This is a great way to start that round. At least he has something going for him, even though he had to cash out.
Right.
But then again, a level 2 cash out on Kimberly is actually a good thing. It's
level 3 cash out. Yeah. Every time you it's not only the speed buff, there's a damage buff too.
Yes.
You can't ignore that. So I used to be like, what if the player is so not used to being 10% faster that like their shimmies are more inaccurate, they walk too far back, etc., etc. And I think sometimes I see that prove true. She's just more chaotic in this mode. Big drive build for Perry on the level 3, even though it's a light confirm. It's great to get in the green, which he will be just at the end. As long as he does nothing. Now, right to it. Get back in there.
Oh, looks like we're going to be looks like Perry was trying to set Mad World up for that last guessing game for the round, but Mad World's not ready to let go yet. Not ready to let Perry make that question come up.
Right. It's a one-sided conversation in the right side corner in the octagon. Oh,
miss with the
needed level 1 there. You can one-hit buffer off lights into level 1, right? Oh, it was chipped! And because DJ has no invul level 1, and maybe, I don't know, did he have time to charge his flash kick? I think that might have been the only look there for the air immunity, right?
Well, looking back at it, I couldn't determine if the DJ player was still moving forward.
Yeah.
So that would have been the non-factor to consider charging in that case. Still, this is a moment where I have seen Perry fight like hell to get himself a little bit of score. So I want to see if this is going to be the case.
That's a burn.
Yeah, that's going to be a burn.
That was a really wise wake-up level 1 for Mad World. The resources inform that. I almost think as the game develops, we have to start doing things that are not strategically sound, right? Like, of course, someone would want to wake up level 1 if it's going to burn them if it hits, right?
Yeah, and it sounds like what you're saying would be no different than in an RTS where you decide, I'm going to take a moment from attacking or perimetering the base and just go after resources instead to keep them from being able to build up what I'm building up.
Yeah.
And that's something that I find very beautiful about this game, being able to decide if you're going to be aggressive on someone's meter when you aren't able to get in, or just create a type of game plan that makes it so that the chip is always on your opponent's mind.
Yep, and it allows the game to be constantly improvisational. Honestly, there are many... Some people lament that some rounds go fast, the corner carry is really high off the first hit, but you find yourself in those Street Fighter 6 situations where drive is low on both sides, people are slow, cautious, methodical, mutual burnout can be so intense. On the way to...
Oh, I missed the transition
but
there.
Found a new hit here, just fine.
Great job on just keeping that pressure.
That'll
Misses
do
it, does the whiff, and then the whiff
Oh
catch.
no.
And there's a miss.
That's a... He wanted it to be over so bad.
Right. And it's just those...
You can still lock in.
Yeah.
Perry's praying though. He's like, please fold. Fold.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh, no. It looks like Perry does get his first game.
The bickering in the venue.
There's some Johns
between
going on
Max.
back there, but...
His own crowd support hates his guts. Perry also had a chance to kill with a level 3 combo off the Sobot. He was like, should I do this? Yo. Poor Mad, man. I feel like Max is coming on a little strong on it. Maybe the headphones are the move.
Oh, Max is just passionate.
Yeah, I know, me too.
It's something that even if you're playing Monopoly, it's ridiculous.
He's like, lock it. Honestly, yes, always good advice. You can't go wrong.
But no, it's a great question now. Does Mad World have that fortitude to refresh himself, to be ready for a new game and just view it as another game?
Yeah, one would hope that
not
over
a
the course
continuation of the
possibly
past
2 more games, there eventually is a forgetting about it, right?
Yeah.
As the mental stack of each round adds up, different mistakes.
Well, there's also the fact that the winner of this still has to find a way to win 2 sets.
Against Max, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Nah, even if they've accepted getting second,
Yeah.
this is still mad intense right now. He said don't TP. Luckily she doesn't have one, but she does have a level 1, so the resources go. Perry's got a huge lead in this round, even without the life lead, and now it is
Returning
both
the
a
favor
life
from
lead
that.
and a kill. Will he spend level 1? That's what I was wondering, because I thought level 1 might not kill. But the choice there between level 1 almost killing and level 2 definitely, I don't know. I say take round 1 every time. Nice, like
Nice.
confirmed from Perry. He is often landing the first hit with
There
his
we
knee.
go.
He's very good at this distant round start spacing. It's actually in the, I think, the more extreme range engagements that Mad World is getting more mileage, but solid anti-air and containment from Perry. Able to dodge this. Oh, didn't go far enough. Wow, that level 1 is huge.
Yeah, that was that ate up a.
That's got to be one of the only.
Yeah.
That and Ryu level 1 got to be the only ones that catch. Maybe Luke as well. Oh, and Terry.
He wasn't ready for that. He wasn't expecting it. It's a great way to take advantage of him going into an autopilot of some form.
Yeah, I like this choice from Mad World.
This is going to be something that Mad World could use to.
I think he can
Give
build to
himself
level
a
3,
lot.
right?
No. Yeah, that's passionate there, right there with Maxama.
I'm sure the mics are picking up. He's telling him to stop doing fancier combos. I don't know if there was anything there that could kill or build enough meter, but the look to build meter to level 3 would have been it. But yeah, she's doesn't have the strongest grounded DRC routes. Has to really juggle a lot. Thankfully, the new teleport kind of functions as a drive rush for her and as a juggle point to the normal she does out of it. That's the blue teleport on the ground. So her routes got a lot better just last year.
Well, there
Now-
you go. That was nice, just being able to wait his time out. He remembered earlier
Max
in the
came
round all
around the
that
corner.
pressure that.
He took a breath.
Yeah, so
He was like, maybe if I come back, maybe Perry will be stunned and Mad World will be hitting a kill combo to set up something. it was kind of a happy little reset. You know, it wasn't punishable on drop. Plus on drop is good. Safe on drop is great. Plus on drop, I like especially.
Well, if you're a tennis nerd, Mad World's got that advantage right now on a 202.
All Perry's looking for the deuce.
Yes.
And found a big deuce being taken in the left side corner and the instant reset. I think Mad World probably wanted to load up the cans, went for the double straight to it, didn't really milk the burnout. And remember, this is off of the wall stick, so all the drive is coming back at the end regardless for Perry. Perry's got to be excited. He's going to get level 3 as well on the next touch. Oh, not much to buffer with. Didn't have time. Got reset again. He had the life to DI back. Max just left, and then Mad World took care of it. That's hilarious.
That's amusing. I guess he just got a little too anxious.
Yeah.
So I understand it looks like we're just going to go straight into Grand, so we don't have to sit down in any dead time. So
yeah,
this is good. And once again, thank you to Suave Kitchen for being our sponsor of the Street Fighter 6 bracket this month.
I'm trying to eavesdrop on them a little bit, I can't lie.
Yeah.
I can't follow, but I'm amused, just looking.
Oh, there goes Perry. Multi-bracketing, he'll be off to 2x KO now.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
we'll be in the venue for the eventual top 3 picture that will be taken once everybody cools down a little.
It's literally a coaching session right now, and one man's just trying to get back in the game. He doesn't want to be scolded right now.
Yeah, I'm really amused. So pass them the mic. It will come back. We'll come back to it.
So if you ever wanted to see some of the sounds of the game, I guess that's another way to get them.
Yeah, we got to mic up the players too with the commentators. But don't tell them we have them mic'd up.
Oh, well, you know, they signed the waiver.
Yeah. Every sign up on StartGG, you got to scroll all the way down, make sure you see the waivers.
All right, going into our grand final match between Max Sama and Mad World. It's already underway here, but we'll get into our transitions shortly so we can get the full action. There we go. Thank you.
Made me think it was a button check for a sec just because it wasn't full screen. My old instincts kicked in.
Oh, I wouldn't. I mean, the way those guys were talking, I don't think they really were.
Yeah, no, it's all heat.
Yeah, let's just get it done.
Max got the Alex theme song playing. Theme of incest. Oops.
Yeah, this has been the final boss of our Let's Rock tournament since his character's come out, pretty much.
No doubt, and I'm glad for it. Max was waiting a long time for Alex. Historically, that was his character in Street Fighter V after Nash.
It is also great because it's pushing everyone else who's playing against Alex now to just view what the new Alex feels like. Going back to the earlier iterations of Alex were the reasons why I hated Alex. Hated playing against Alex.
I see.
So now with the way that the character has been revamped, it not only feels like what was closer to the vision that they had hoped for, but it actually also feels fun to play against.
Did you notice that for his level 3, he says, "No more gimmicks"?
Right, he does. But that's
directly referencing the fact that in Street Fighter V, his reputation was that of the gimmick master. Especially like VT1 comebacks, parry gimmicks, you know, all this stuff was so funny. And I think it's a direct admission from the directors that they know he was ass and gimmicky, and they have made him whole in this game. He seems pretty fixed. I love Prowler. I love that he gets Oki on everything now when he used to get Oki on nothing. Look at this Oki. It's fantastic. All the Oki's so good. What the most important thing is that you can block after Drive Rush in response to things like super flashes or DPs. The opponent can't know that their reversal will work. And so you need a knockdown with at least plus 10 or plus 11 to make a safe drive rush happen. Wow, so cautious was Mad World. Found the shimmy. Now Max has been very critical of Mad World shimmies. Look at this drive gauge damage. I love targeting the drive gauge here, but excellent anti-air and punish counter.
Yes.
Oki into knockdown here too.
Good.
Fantastic. The drive is switching now. Max building it back up after landing power bomb. Long distance anti-air though, very helpful for Mad World. All around me are familiar faces.
Oh.
Perfectly safe spacing there. That light kick buffer and a bit of a prayer from Mad World on DI. Prayer does not go answered. Short hop into long leg. That is jump heavy kick from Alex. Secretly, jump medium kick is even longer. Stand medium kick pretty long right there. You saw trading at round start. Mad World got the most off it though. Post-trade scramble is not a very well-studied situation in Street Fighter, but it happens very often. So, some players have tendencies to walk back after a trade and look for a whip punish. In fact, walking back there, got a whip punish on the throw tech there. Nice anti-air again.
Catch on the anti-air.
Oh yeah, that's a burn too. Arm drag. Like the formal name of the throw. He has so many throws, you gotta learn all the names.
Oh yeah, it's just, this is one of those characters that if you've been a wrestling nerd your entire life, it's just something that feels like an Easter egg for most of the attacks that this character does.
Yeah,
doing them on commentary almost feels like a fun little brainy moment to share with your listeners. So.
I appreciate that, honestly. As somebody who played a lot of Legends of Wrestling on the GameCube, SmackDown vs. Raw 06, 07 on the PS2, I know these animations, you know? Like his back medium kick is such a wrestling move, and that's why he does slams off it when he lands it on a back-turned opponent. He really is a labor of love to wrestling. I have, of course, that situational but excellent level 2 Kenny Omega. What's it called?
Chicken wing.
It's the
chicken wing.
Hang on. Something.
It has a gimmick move that Omega has made called the Omega Buster.
Yeah.
It's a double chicken wing buster.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Yeah.
What's the name of the Kenny Omega finisher for the other level 2?
One wing danger.
One wing danger. That should, yeah, Sephiroth. Right?
Which is known as the single chicken wing.
Ah,
yeah.
Cool. Nice. We have wrestlers, of course, in Rochester in the FGC.
Yes.
Shoutouts to the Spine. Mad World, though, has the round lead. And it's equalized. But both will be arriving at level 3 or already have it going into this one.
Yeah.
This is hilarious.
Here we go, round 3, game 3.
Crowd noise grand finals. Got the drive back on that one, by the way. You see that slowdown?
Yeah.
Means he got that 1 bar. Ooh, was looking for the whip punish.
They both missed their answers to their...
Yeah. Crouch Fierce is so tiny. Stand Fierce would definitely work. And it spins him out just like that. Look at that Stand Fierce. It's so good. Oh, he's picking the pieces back up after the drop, but the back throw is unfortunate. Even as a punish counter, it swings things back in Max Sama's favor.
Yeah, I was just about to say, you kind of gave up that 20% by throwing him out of that corner.
Absolutely. It's going to be a problem. Meaty back medium kick. Oh, just getting poked to death now. Powerbomb would kill there, too. Anything would kill.
Yeah, I don't
Yoki's
think you should hold on to that.
Rush reversal?
Yeah, you're going to have to let go of that meter. You're going to have to do something.
Oh,
Mad
nice.
World. Hey, without a meter. Great to go. On the board. First one.
Enough advantage on that punish counter slide to walk back and still shimmy, even though it hit from very close up, right? That's because they fixed the frame advantage there. It's never 2+. Oh, nice catch. Yeah, I love using that big old light kick. 6 frame god, or 7, I don't know. It's good. Light kick into light chop is safe to DI, really strong buffer. Oh, big whiff. The big knee, a little too slow.
Missed a modified Enziguri there by by Alex, which unfortunately was the cross under that Kimberly needed to get this action going again. It's starting to feel different right now, which is kind of exciting.
I get shimmied by this character all day too. Whether it's stand fierce, stand medium kicks, and then I'll walk into medium kicks, I'll press buttons into medium kicks. There's no certain situation in which I haven't been hit by a Kimberly medium kick. It did not anti-air though, that's the one thing it cannot do. Medium kick for revenge, Max Sama with a big life lead, but in the corner. Mad World hold him there?
Yeah, I really appreciate that Mad World had that brainy moment there to try to go for the jump around the dive kick, so he didn't have to deal with trying to anti-air it again.
Right.
Unfortunately, that's all the brain was able to think of at that moment.
Yes, it's a high-pressure situation for both brains, but especially Mad Worlds on survival point in the tournament set. Oh yeah, good start. Went for another shimmy after the kind of whiffed, not safe jump. Walking back with the plus frames off heavy kick. Oh,
No
that's a
way.
huge execution error.
Does look like
That's
you're going to give a lot of bonus damage away with this one, folks.
Yeah.
Level 3 here.
Yeah, especially since the burnout was achieved and max returns to 3 bar. It's a big bell, right? It tolls for Mad World right now.
No, this is the worst kind of debt you want to get into in this kind of situation. Thankfully, with this, there's at least some sort of silver lining that this cutscene is so long. You're actually going to get your meter back and have one more fair shake at it while you're buffed.
Plus, though, wow, Maximus won back. Still alive, but gets a drive back here.
Yeah, that takes it down to one more interaction for Mad World with the type of damage that Maxama is doing here, and I was. Ooh! Wow.
Everyone's vulnerable to drops.
Oh, so it goes.
It's still punishable.
Oh, that's going to be our set this week.